In this video, we are going to be looking at the reactUsref, understanding what it means, when to use it and how to use it. But before we start, you need to understand the meaning of reactUsref. So quickly, the reactUsref is a React hook that lets you create a reference to store a value that doesn't trigger re-render when it changes. So without wasting much of our time, we will know more about it when we start the practical. So let's get started. Alright, welcome back. Now, when we look at reactUsref and reactUstate, they are quite similar. And the major difference between the reactUsref and the reactUstate is that the reactUsref is used for storing value that doesn't trigger re-renders, while the useState is used for managing and storing values that causes or triggers re-render when they change. This is theory, so let's talk practical. Alright, now let me quickly give an example using the useState to show us that it causes a re-render. So if you've not checked my previous value on React use hook, I already explained the useState and the use effect. You can check them out. Alright, so I won't be wasting much time on this. So let me just create a value called const. I already imported my useState and say value, then update. Then I'm going to set it to be useState to be equals to false. I'm using boolean. So quickly here, let me have a span. Let me have a span that says I am a boy. Alright, and I'm going to give it an ID of boy. Alright, or let me just change it to hello, so I will not be using long text. So that says hello. Alright, now I'm also going to create a button that we're going to be using to trigger our useState and useRef. So let's call it change. Then I'm going to give it an onClick function of change. Now quickly here, let me create the function change. Then I'm going to set using the reactUstate, I'm going to set the update to be equals to the opposite of value. Now I'm going to say document dot get element by ID, that is hello. Now dot inner HTML should be equals to what? Now this way we are going to use this value. So we're going to check if value is true, the inner HTML should be equals to yes, else it should be equals to no. So let's check this in our browser. Now we can see it's changed to yes, it's changed to no. So now how do you now know that it's causing a re-render? Now let me put a console.log here. Console.log I re-render. Alright. Now take note, this console.log, I don't put it inside the function of this change. So it's not meant to console immediately after the first loading of the DOM. But let's check it out now. Now this is the first loading of the DOM. Now let's check it. You see it re-renders again. That means it's causing a re-render. It's causing a re-render on the web element. So you can see change is re-rendering. So with the useRef, it's not going to cause a re-render. So now let's use the useRef to perform the same function and others we're going to be looking at in this video. All right, back here now. Let me just clean up this so that you can follow along with me. So now when we're using the useRef, we're going to call it, we have to first import it. Let's import useRef. All right, now we're going to use it. I'm going to say useRef should be equals to false. All right, so I deleted the function so you can just follow me along. So change. Now we're going to say, now we're not going to be using cost. I'm going to just create my value direct value. All right, now when you are using the reactUsref, you use something called current. Now this current is to ensure that you're able to access the immediate value, that is the present value of that variable. Now for me now it is value, that's the name of my variable. So now to access it, I cannot just say value should be equals to no, I have to say value dot current. Get now should be equals to the opposite of value, should be equals to the opposite of value dot current. Now that means if when I click on this button, if my value was false, now this value now is going to change to true because I've set it to be equals to the opposite of value dot current. Now we use current to access the immediate value or to update the react useRef. So let's continue. Now after doing this, now there's something also important here. Now remember when I was using the useState, I said document.getElement by ID. No, now the react useRef provide a more advanced way for us accessing the React web element or the React DOM. So now I can just create a variable and say cost and call it element, or let me call it hello. Now should be equals to, now I'm going to be using the useRef. So instead of using document.getElement by ID or document.querySelector, I can be using the React useRef. So I'm going to say useRef, but I have to set it to null. Alright, are you getting me? I have to set it to null. Then in the web element, I'm not going to say ref. Then I'm not going to set it to that value, hello. So with this now, I can update this DOM or this web element using just hello by using the React useRef. This is also an important or a way to use the React useRef. Now, the next thing I'm going to say hello dot current dot inner HTML. Remember, we're not more using document.getElement by ID. Now we're not going to be checking the value, maybe it is true or false. So if value.current, don't forget that current, we use it alongside with the useRef. So if value.current is true, it should be yes, then else it should be no. So now I think yes, let's check it now, browser. Now when we click on this, it changed to yes, it changed to no. But if you notice, we still console.log I render, but the only time it's going to re-render is when the DOM first load. Now you can see it causes that re-render. Now in fact, let me put this in a use effect. I already explained the React use effects in my previous video. You can check it out. Now see, it does not cause anything. Now that is how to use the React useRef. Alright, so what if we are using a variable here? If it is a variable we're having here, let's say we're having a variable like 0, how do we update this? Now all we can do, let's cancel out this. We can just say hello value dot current plus plus, or just say value dot current should be equals to value dot current. Let's say we want to be updating the number by +1. Then we're now going to say hello.innerHTML should be equals to value dot current. Alright, so let's check this out. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we are using the React useState, we need to be checking the previous value. That is how to use the React useRef to manipulate them. What if this variable here is not? What if this is not a variable and it is a string? Let's say boy. So how do we do this? So let me just clean this and call the hello.current.innerHTML. So we're going to do a quick check. If it is equals to boy, it should change to true. It should change to true. That is, if the value.current is equals to boy, it should change to true. Else it should change to false. That is, if this value.current is a boy, the inner HTML will change to true. If it's not a boy, it will change to false. But you discover that this value.current is just constant. So what it will just be giving us is true. So in order to do that, let's do something. We are going to say value.current should be equal to, now if value.current is equals to boy, now if this statement is true, we are going to change it to girl. Now if it's not equals to boy, we're now going to change it back to boy. So let's check this. Now when we click on hello, you see it changed to false. Okay, something is still wrong. Alright, we said value.current. Okay, sorry, this should be double equals to. So let's check it out. So it changes to false, change to true, but you discover it does not cause a re-render. All right, now let us use this useRef alongside with input. So let's say I have an input. So I'm going to give it that ref. I'm not using ID. I'm going to give it that ref of hello. So now you can say when we click on this button, we can now access it by saying hello.current.focus. So you are going to discover when we click on it, the input, we are going to focus on it. You see, we focused on it by clicking on it. We can also say hello.current. We can just manipulate it. That's why the useRef is so sweet and interesting. So hello.current.style.background should be equals to green. So let's check it out. We refresh it, it changes to green. All right. So the main difference between the useState and the useRef is that the useRef does not cause a render, but the useState causes a render. So if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe and also click the notification bell. I'll be posting more engaging and exciting coding tutorial. Thank you very much.